Now, our first speaker is someone whose work reflects on innovation, growth, and the power of embracing opportunity in today's digital economy. She is a multidisciplinary professional with expertise in public health, research, data analytics, content creation, and entrepreneurship. She is currently associated with the National Institute of Health and Family Welfare under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, where she contributes to impactful public health research, which is exactly what makes her the best person to bring valuable experiences and practical insights that will inspire us all to think differently about careers and opportunities that are available in this digital economy. Please join me in welcoming all the way from India, Miss Bhavika Kumar, to discuss on digital innovation for impact. Ms. Bhavika, are you with us? The stage is yours. Well, while we wait for her to connect, instead of just waiting around, let's use our time wisely. As we wait for her, I would like to present a little spoken word presentation that I have prepared for you guys to keep you guys entertained in the meantime. So, this is titled Wait Your Turn. I hope you guys enjoy it. Wait your turn, they say. But then the future whispered to me, learn. It said, Aisha, learn before the opportunity comes knocking at your door. Knock, knock. Learn before the clock actually stops. Tick tock. Learn before the world moves faster than yesterday's knowledge becomes today's past. Learn before everything that you seem to know changes. We are in a generation that no longer ask, where are the jobs? No, we ask, what problem can I solve? And Miss Bhavika is here with us, so I will take a pause.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to sincerely thank the organizers of the Melanin Code's Digital Empowerment Summit 2026 for inviting me to speak today. It is truly a pleasure to be here with all of you. My name is Bhavika Kumar and I come from India. I have a background in public health, research, data analytics, content creation, and entrepreneurship. Throughout my journey, one thing has remained constant. I have always been curious to learn, explore new ideas, and use digital technologies to solve real world problems. Today, I would like to share how digital innovation has shaped my own journey from personal learning to creating impact among communities. I hope that by the end of this session, you will not only see digital innovation differently, but you will also feel inspired to use it in your own journey to create meaningful impact. Let's begin with a simple question. Have you ever used digital technology to learn something new, solve a problem, or improve your life? I'm sure most of us have. Maybe you have watched a YouTube video to learn a new skill. Maybe you have searched Google when you had a question. Or perhaps you have used AI tools like ChatGPT to study, generate ideas, or work more efficiently. Today, digital technology has become a part of our everyday lives. We use it for learning, for improving our health, for building businesses, and for advancing our careers. But here's another question I would like you to think about. Are we just using digital technology or are we using it to create meaningful impact? For me, that question changed the way I looked at technology. I realized that digital innovation is not simply about using the latest tools or following the newest trends. It is about using those tools with purpose to learn, to solve problems, and to make a positive difference. Today, I would like to share how digital innovation shaped my own journey from personal learning to creating impact for communities. Let's begin where it all started. Every journey begins with curiosity. Every meaningful journey has a starting point. For me, it began with a simple curiosity about health and fitness. A few years ago, I wanted to better understand how our daily habits and lifestyle choices influence our health and well being. So I started learning. I read books, watched YouTube videos, explored online resources, and made the most of the digital platforms available to me. What fascinated me was that with just an internet connection and a willingness to learn, I could access knowledge from experts around the world. Gradually, I realized that digital technology was much more than the source of information. It had become a powerful tool for continuous learning and personal growth. Looking back, I would say curiosity became the foundation of everything that followed. As Albert Einstein once said, I have no special talent, I'm only passionately curious. That quote resonates with me because my journey didn't begin with a big plan. It began with a simple desire to learn. But learning something valuable is only the first step. The next question I asked myself was, how can I share what I have learned with others? And that led me to the next stage of my journey. As I continued learning, I realized something important. Knowledge becomes much more meaningful when it is shared. That inspired me to start creating health and fitness content on social media. Initially, my goal wasn't to become a content creator. It was simply to share what I was learning in a way that could help and inspire others. Over time, I started connecting with people who were interested in health and fitness, and I saw how digital platforms could bring together people with similar interests regardless of where they live. This experience completely changed the way I looked at technology. I realized that digital platforms are not just places where we consume information, they are also powerful platforms for educating, communicating, and creating value. For me, this was the first time I experienced how digital technology could create an impact beyond my own learning. And that made me think, if digital tools could help me educate people, could they also help solve bigger problems? That question encouraged me to explore new opportunities beyond content creation. As I continued creating content, I became curious about something more. I started asking myself, can digital technology do more than spread knowledge? Can it also help solve real world problems? That curiosity encouraged me to explore entrepreneurial ventures in the health and fitness space. During this journey, I had the opportunity to learn about market research, website development, Google Ads, and digital marketing. Each experience taught me a valuable lesson. Through market research, I learned the importance of understanding people's needs before creating a solution. Through website development, I saw how digital platforms can make services more accessible. And through digital marketing and Google Ads, I understood how the right message can reach the right audience at the right time. Although these experiences were different, they all reinforced one important idea. Digital technology becomes truly valuable when it helps solve real problems and create meaningful impact. These experiences strengthened something I had already started to realize through my learning journey, that digital technology is much more than a source of information. It can also become a powerful tool for creating solutions. As my curiosity continued to grow, I wanted to understand health at a deeper level, not just at the individual level, but at the community level. And that naturally led me towards public health. As I continued this journey, I realized something important. Creating awareness is valuable, but I wanted to understand health at a deeper level. I wanted to know why health challenges exist, how they affect communities, and what can be done to prevent them. That inspired me to continue learning. As part of that journey, I completed a yoga teacher training course which strengthened my understanding of preventive health and healthy lifestyles. However, I also wanted to understand health from a broader population level perspective. This is what led me to pursue public health. During my public health journey, I developed a growing interest in research and data analytics. I realized that behind every health policy, every intervention, and every public health decision, there is data that helps us understand problems and make informed decisions. This changed my perspective once again. Digital information innovation was no longer just helping me learn, communicate, or create. It was now helping me analyze, understand, and contribute to solving health challenges at the community level. And that brings me how digital innovation continues to shape my work today. Today, innovation has become an essential part of the way I learn, research, and contribute to public health. One important area is research. Research helps us understand health challenges, identify gaps, and develop solutions that are based on evidence rather than assumptions. Another important area is data analytics. Every day, we generate enormous amount of health data, but data by itself has little value unless we can analyze it, identify patterns, and transform it into meaningful insights that support better decision making. I also used AI powered tools to improve productivity, organize information, and support my learning process. These tools don't replace human thinking. Instead, they help us work more efficiently and focus on solving problems. Finally, digital health is making healthcare more accessible through innovations such as telemedicine, digital health records, and mobile health applications. Together, these technologies have the potential to strengthen healthcare systems and improve the well being of communities. Through this journey, my understanding of digital innovation has continued to evolve. Today, see it not just as technology, but as an opportunity to learn continuously, solve problems, and contribute towards creating meaningful impact. As I look back on my journey, my understanding of digital innovation has gradually evolved. When I first started learning, I thought digital innovation was mainly about new technologies and digital platforms. But today, I don't see it as just AI, apps, or technology. Instead, I see it as how we choose to see these tools to create meaningful change. For me, it begins with continuous learning because every new skill opens the door to new opportunities. It grows when we apply that knowledge to solve real problems, whether it's educating people, improving services, or supporting better decisions through research and data. And ultimately, its values lies in the positive impact it can create for individuals, organizations, and communities. As I conclude my journey, I would simply like to leave you with three messages that have stayed with me throughout this experience. As I reflect on this journey, there are three lessons that have stayed with me, and I would like to share with you. First, stay curious and keep an open mindset. Every new opportunity in my journey began with curiosity, whether it was learning about health, creating content, exploring entrepreneurship, or entering public health. Being open to learning allowed me to discover opportunities that I hadn't imagined before. Second, start small. When I began, I didn't have a complete roadmap. I simply took one step at a time. Looking back, I realized that meaningful journeys often began with small and consistent efforts. Finally, use technology with purpose. Technology is a powerful tool, but its real value comes from how we use it. For me, it has been a means to learn, connect with people, understand problems, and contribute towards creating positive impact. These three lessons continue to guide me, and I hope they encourage you as you continue your own journey. As I conclude, I would like to reflect on how this journey has shaped me. What began as a personal curiosity about health gradually evolved into a journey of learning, sharing, exploring new ideas, and contributing to public health. Throughout this journey, digital innovation has been an important enabler. It has helped me learn, connect with people, explore opportunities, and contribute through research and data. My journey has taught me that technology alone doesn't create impact. It is people who use technology with curiosity, purpose, and a willingness to learn who create meaningful impact. As I continue this journey, I look forward to learning more, contributing more, and using digital innovation to create a positive impact in the communities I serve. Thank you very much for your time and attention. It has been a pleasure sharing my journey with all of you.